Is Thursday night. We are back with another case. 24 Big League Baseball, 20 hobby boxes. Last night's case had 10 autos. Hopefully tonight's case has a whole bunch of autos as well. I'd love to see one of those case hits. I'd also love to see more than one numbered card in a case. So hopefully we can do that tonight. We are live on Instagram and on YouTube. It is 9:59 here on the East Coast. We'll get started here promptly at 10 o'clock on the dot. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Welcome to Rips Card Rips. What's up, Phil? How are you? Just nap for 4 hours. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. That sounds like my nightly sleep. Josh Scarberry, what's going on? Again, y'all, welcome to Rips Card Rips. Yes, I did say that, Phil. One numbered card in the entire case last night. So hopefully tonight's case is a little better. We had 10 autos. Actually, 2 numbered cards if you want to count one of the autos. But just in terms of regular numbered cards, yes, just one card numbered to 25. Some blue foils, some red foils, a gold foil, and a Mickey Mantle to 25. But altogether, we are dealing with a lot of base in this product. So hopefully you guys enjoy yourselves tonight. I'm going to pop the case here in about 1 minute, and we're going to get started. I know, it is really insane. It's a young collector's product is what they made it for, but they threw a bunch of autos in here. So there are some really high upside cards. There's also chrome, super short prints, reds, and super fractors of them, so that's new this year. So there are some huge chase cards in here, but for the most part, it's like an upper deck collector's choice way back in the day. If that makes sense. Again, welcome to Rips Card Rips. It is 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. I'm going to pop the case at 10:01. We'll get started promptly after that. If you have any questions during the live break, just let me know down in the comments section. We are live on Instagram and on YouTube. Yeah, they do have the influencer cards in this one as well. There's 5 of them. I don't know who any of them are, but yes, there's 5 of them. Wolfgang, what's going on? All right, guys, 10:01. Welcome to Rips Card Rips. Here we go. 20 hobby boxes, Big League Baseball. This is the end of the line with this product for us, so hopefully this case is crazy. I will not be getting any more of this. Beautiful empty case, or beautiful full case. Here we go. Let's get these boxes out and get started. It's about an hour and 50 last night. It'll probably be about an hour and a half tonight now that I know the product a little bit better, so plan accordingly. If you have to step away, the break will be live on Instagram and YouTube as long as I am here, so should be able to come back and watch it anytime you want. We'll do a full break, we'll do a recap, and we'll get these shipped out to you within 2 business days. It's late Thursday night now. There's a slight chance these go out Saturday morning, but more than likely they'll go out first thing on Monday, just so you're aware. Hope everybody's having a great week. It's Thursday night. It's almost the weekend. And here we go, 20 boxes of Big League Baseball. Hopefully we see 10 autos like last night. I heard there's some crappy cases out there. Phil, I'll probably bet the other girl. I'll probably bet Furo as an underdog, and I'll be happy if I win money then. But I'll be happy to pay for Aaron to win, if that makes sense. That's what I do in those scenarios, is I bet against what I want to have happen. So I'll probably bet Fior, or however you pronounce her name, Fuel. But that's my tentative plan as of right now. We'll see. We'll see what happens come fight night, but I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Good luck, y'all. We got WWE all weekend, Phil. You excited? We got some cool stuff, too. Some rare stuff. 21 Finest. I think that's the one that I hit you the auto out of, isn't it? Or is it not? Is that the one that you had the green and then I sent you the orange? Is that the right one, or is that 20? That might have been 20. I just happened to grab a case. Wally Cronkite, good luck. Again, we're going to fly through the base, guys. I don't list and scream out every card, but we know at this point where the hits are. Pena and Dominguez. Oh, so that is 21. That's a sweet Finn auto. Has the super surfaced anywhere? Anything good would be backwards in the spot right before the insert, so we know where they're at after last night, so we will make sure. Nice. You are moving a lot? Just focusing on 101s? Is that the plan? Gapper. Real Muto. That'd be a cool one to pull. There's not a lot of cases of that still out there. I happen to get my hands on one of them, so. Bo Walker. Last night, I think our best card was a Lawler auto. We had a Mickey Mantle to 25. Some fun stuff, but they need to throw more numbered cards in this, if you ask me. One numbered card in an entire 20 hobby box case and one numbered auto is just... Nothing tells me they printed something to the moon like those results. Become a big leaguer, Rangers captain, Corbin Burns, foil. There's only 50 foils, so if you have one of the foil spots, I think I sorted last night's case. I think you're going to see at least 4 or 5 super high-end stuff. That makes sense. Bo Bichette, good vibrations. Correa. Yeah, it was cool to see Mickey back in there. Phil, we got some bots again. These bots are coming back strong on YouTube. They're the aggressive ones. I can't wait to see what Impeccable looks like. Giloff, I mean, we've seen the mock-ups, but can't wait to see what they look like in person. The one running case is Wednesday through WrestleMania. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of that. Starting off with a pretty boring box of this. Again, we're looking for backwards cards in the third from the last spot. Otherwise, it's a whole bunch of base and base inserts. Volpe, Zach Gallen. Thank you, Phil. Those are the worst kind. Tatis is going to be a red foil. Nice. Jeter. Sal Frelick. I think we saw like 10 of that card last night. Nice Tatis. Trolls. That's awesome. Can't have people like that out there. DTB, what up? Yikes. Those are awesome. Those are awesome. He's going to love those. The T-Funk 101. Which one? Which one is it? An auto. There's Sanga, blue foil. Bernie Brewer and Nico. No, I didn't like the orange border either. 23 Rev. Wow, that's awesome. Did you get that on eBay? I feel like I saw that. Didn't I see there? Didn't we see that? Did you outbid him for it? Or was he, or did you find that in a group? Wally, that's aggressive. I like that. Nolan Shanwell. Nice start. Very nice start. I feel like these sell for like, I feel like somebody told me they sold one of these for like 90 bucks today. It's a wild, wild hit. Congrats, Shanwell spot. Nice. That's awesome. I love that. That's really cool of you. They sure did. All in all, the autos are cool. Like, I like the product. They just got to put more numbered cards in here for me. Like, they need to add some parallels if they're gonna print. If they're gonna print this many boxes, like, just add a couple parallels and throw a couple extra numbered cards in here. Throw a numbered card to 50 in here. Throw one to 199. I don't care what it is, but last night, I mean, we had 10 autos. I'm like, that's a great start to a case, but like, you can't possibly tell me that it's cool to throw out 20 hobby boxes with one numbered card. Most blasters, you open 20 blasters, and most stuff you're going to see a numbered card. Yeah, absolutely. It is a cool card. Yeah, send it to me. I think I remember the photo. He'll love that. That's awesome, dude. McLean, Gunnar Henderson. Andy. Davis and Buxton. Is it really? Frelick, Pena. Does that mean he signs there or just meets you and says hello? Slider, the Guardians mascot. Dude's great. Carmen. Lou Bob and Sal Frelick again. I told you that Sal Frelick card. It's got to be 100 million of those printed. It's unbelievable how many of those are in each case. $1,500 to meet him. I'm not sure there's anyone in the world I'd pay $1,500 to meet right now. Ohtani, Swanson, blue foil Sandy. Those new Leaf Rock autos aren't going to be worth, I mean, even the one I sold, those aren't going to be worth anything down the road. Especially once he gets in and starts signing a bunch more stuff. The value of those, and that he signed Dwayne Johnson, and that they're Leaf. Ellie. Wally's getting aggressive over here. Mascot. Phil's a regular here, Wally. But if you don't want to see his comments, you're welcome to hit the mute button on him, and then you don't have to see him. But Phil is welcome here any and all times. Logan Webb. Pause. Masataka. Mookie. Red foil. The rarest of the foils. Wally does seem like he wants to get into it with somebody. At least you can admit it. To the Moon, Goldschmidt, and Albies. You know what I just realized, Phil, by the way? The Tiffany Stratton True 101 has not yet been pulled, or if it has, it hasn't surfaced out of 22 Prism. 22 Prism boxes are pretty affordable at the moment. That'll be her most valuable card, is that True 101. The True Golds will be insane, too. But everybody forgets she was a rookie in 22 Prism. Her first auto was in 23. But that might be another product I want to rip a case of. But that's probably a $10,000 card right now. Maybe more. Maybe more, actually. Lawrence Butler and Gunnar Henderson. We're closing out box 2. One auto so far, but it's been a good one. TC Bear and Andrew Abbott with a nice dinged corner. Sorry about that. Gotta love putting the hits on the last card of the box. Or last card of the pack. I hate that. I've always hated that. Yeah, I got to get a case of that and run it. It'll probably be a loser for me, but still be fun to rip and hunt some of those 101s. Box 3, good luck. Bo Naylor, Ronald, and Mr. Horner. Nola. Dominguez. Mason Wynn and Corbin Burns on the back. Yeah, I saw that as well. I don't think he did all that well, from what I remembered. Correa. Come to Long Island. Frank Thomas. McCutcheon. Barrios. Aaron Judge and Strider foil. Last card's foil, by the way. If you guys haven't picked up on that yet, last card's always going to be the same foil. Julio Verdugo. Gracie Cat, what's up? Got a lot of WWE this weekend, Gracie Cat. Jazz. Murgy, what is going on? Bo Jackson in the 3rd Sal Frelick foil. They are everywhere. I bet the game, but I'm not watching it. Not watching it. Ripping this. I bet the under. I bet the under. Under 7.5. That was my play tonight. Under 7.5. No, they were. You'll probably see them in stores, but they were. They went to hobby shops as well. Miss anything, Acuna? Not yet, my man. Not yet. Maybe just one of the die cuts, but no hits. Our first auto, Shanwell, Mascot, Gunnar Henderson, and welcome. Actually, I saw you come through, Acuna Mania. I think it said repeat buyer, so you must have been. Yes, Adam, you can. But it said you had been in my breaks before, so it must not be that memorable. But yes, you have been here before, one way or another. We ripped just about everything. I missed 17 Sal Frelics. Yeah, they've been everywhere. Machado, Ichiro, and Muncie foil. Yeah, the UFC set's really nice. The problem is the resell on the cards isn't very good because, it's like a 4th-year Islam auto. Like, it's not really, like, none of the stuff. There's no big rookie chase in there. Like, Shara Magomedov is still a very young prospect. Like, a lot of the other ones, like Diego Lopez is pretty good, but, like, they're not Bo Nickel or any of the other guys that have been the big chases. So I think the product, actually, if you wait a little bit, is going to come significantly down in price. Although the cases were loaded, they didn't print as much of it as I thought they would. Hank Aaron, Christian Walker foil. 1 auto through 3 boxes, unless we catch one in the last pack, which it doesn't look like we did. Thank you, Adam. If you've been here before, I'm usually pretty easygoing with that stuff. All right. Just the Shanwell auto on the board through 3. Come on out of there, honey. There we go. There we are. Empty box. That's a nice one. Yeah, heck yeah, it is. Any of those patch autos are cool in UFC. I meant to buy a bunch of Blanchfield stuff, and then I just kind of... Sal Frelick again. He's in every box. I meant to buy a bunch more Blanchfield, and now I've just kind of I've got 3 or 4 autos. I never really went big. I wanted that 1/1, and then it way oversold. And then I just kind of, once I couldn't get the 1/1, I just lost interest in collecting her. But she's still my girl. I hope she wins this weekend. Love to see her get a title shot in the next fight. Castillo. Come on, let's see an SSP out of this case. Encarnacion Strand. Reds win today at home. Natalia Silva. Yeah, I got a bunch of her stuff already. Got a bunch of her stuff in. I bought a bunch over the weekend. Natalia Christina da Silva. Her name's actually just Natalia Silva in the ring, but I don't know why they went with all that. Ohtani. What do we think? We think Ohtani did anything wrong? Sure seems like some weird stuff. I would love to pull that card. Love to pull that card. There's Superfractor Chromes of the other one. I can't think of the name of it because I haven't hit one of them yet, but there's Reds and Supers. What is it, the Bigs? Is that what it is, the Bigs? One of them has a super, which for big league is crazy. Stroman, Evan Carter. Otherwise, you're going to see pretty much every card multiple times over the course of the case. We do show every card. We do ship every card. They'll get to you safely and securely. Junior Caminero, Yuri Perez on the back. Mr. Hollister, what's going on? Christopher says you bet he doesn't do anything wrong. Yeah, I actually don't think he did necessarily either. He's got nothing to... Mason Wynn. But the way it's been handled has been kind of weird. You're mad about Arizona? Why? Is that your squad, or did you bet them? I don't know, but I'm glad Clemson won because I bet him. Cole. I also bet Cole Reagans today, and he got rocked. Curtis Mead, sorry. 2 of your brackets and bet him. It's the nice combo. Kyle Schwarber. Ellie behind it. Kyle Schwarber's a blue. Ellie and Ha-Seong Kim. No, all you missed was a Shanwell auto. That line told you they were going to lose. No reason they should only be 1-point favorites in that game. Vegas knew something there. Rafael Devers. Otani bets is awesome. The internet never loses with stuff like that. Adolis Garcia. There's been some funny ones of those with the jersey swaps lately. Barstool had a hilarious one up the other day. Your parlay exploded because of the Pirates. Did that? I don't even... The Pirates won, didn't they, in extra innings. Glaber closes out box 4. All right, just one auto through 4 boxes. Hopefully we get hot with some of these. I got a bunch of late stuff going, but I'm not looking at it. I don't look at it till after the breaks. All right, box 5. Betting Freddie props. Yeah, I'm going to bet that game for sure. What time is that game at, Eric? All right, let's start to see something. There's Freddie. Julio and Max Muncy. Sammy Sosa and Verdugo. 12:05, so that's a nice 1:05 Friday start. Nice, I'll take that. I need some afternoon action. Evan Carter. A little afternoon action. I'm on like 7 conference calls tomorrow. So yeah, I could definitely use some afternoon action. Nolan Ryan, another Sal Frelick. It's in every box. I told you. It's the most printed card in the set. I have no idea, but in my cases it is. Matty-O, Christian Walker. Oh, they're going doubleheader. Nice. Win. Shane McClanahan, blue. We pulled that last night, too. Geloff and Dylan Cease. Man, the pods are going to be a problem this year. Dylan Cease is your number 3 starter at that lineup. Whew. They're going to be a problem. It's my early World Series pick. Arenado and Corbin Burns. Gary Sanchez. Wade Meckler auto. We pulled that last night, numbered. This is just the regular Wade Meckler. Congratulations to the Wade Meckler spot. You got another auto. Apparently all we do is pull Wade Meckler autos these days. Soto and Correa on the back. Iowa State loses. I didn't bet that game, but I would have bet the other team. Victor Robles. I haven't heard that name in a while. Brian Reynolds, Caminero, Raymond, Spencer Strider. Leote. Bulldog cards, what's up? Sedane, Rafaela, Devin Williams. Yamamoto. Mark Mack. JT. Bogey Breaks, what's up? Joey Weimer. Malik Beasley, he is a good three-point shooter, actually. Jeff McNeil, Austin Riley. Plus, he gets so many wide open looks in that offense. I think he's shooting close to 40 this year. Close to 40%. Kid can play. Slugger. George Kirby on the back. Jonah. Ozzy. Hassan Kim again. Mookie. Bryce Harper and Devers on the back. Weston Wilson. Aaron Judge, Eloy. White Sox got blanked at home by Tarek Skubal today. I knew they were rebuilding, but I still like the sign. I still like to look at their lineup on paper. If you're getting blanked, opening game after trading away, might be time to watch another game or two and then bet their season under. Glad my boy Cease got out of there. Glad he got out of there. He's gonna love it in San Diego. Doc G, what's up? I know they can't hit. I bet them too. That was a good bet. I love betting teams that score 0. No, you have 0 chance to win when you don't score any damn runs. Zach Giloff. I think he's batting 2 tonight. Jake Rogers, Riley Green, and Corey Seager. Caminero. Noelvi. Max Fried. Bo. Chris Bryant and Torque on the back. Shane Bieber. Me? I like the Guardians, but we shall see. We shall see who comes up. They need some more bats in the opening day lineup, so we'll see who comes up from the minors and can make any kind of impact, but I think it's going to be one of the least winning divisions in baseball, personally, but I don't really like the Twins lineup. It doesn't do much for me. Opening act, Blake Rutherford. Congrats to the Blake Rutherford spot. 3 autos. The autos seem to pop out of here. That's the one good thing. We're hitting a lot of autos. I still cannot believe they throw so few numbered cards into this product. With as much of it as they obviously printed, all they had to do was throw numbered cards to 50 and 100, or 50 and 199, 50, 75, 199, and they would have made it so much more fun for everybody. It's just so many damn base cards with just these foils. Like, for there to only be 50 foils, it would have been one thing. You think Detroit will be better? I don't love their lineup either, honestly. But that's just me. I didn't pull any Harper last night, so the odds are in your favor in terms of the two cases. School's a nice pitcher, but I don't know. The Tigers just don't. They score one today against Crochet. He sucks too. I don't know. It's not a division full of crazy lineups, that's for sure. Rose Arena and Nick Castellanos. Story Screech, Lars Nootbaar. We're in box 6 if you joined us late. 3 autos so far. Josh Young, Bobby Witt Jr. No case hits. No numbered cards yet. 1 red foil. Well, that's when I print the label. But that don't mean it's on the way at midnight. That just means that I'm getting ready to sort. I print the labels and then write out where they go to on the back, like what cards are going to what spot. It's a whole process that I've gotten down to a science at this point. Being a one-man breaking, shipping, everything / this not being my actual job. So had to get to a system to where that gets done in the middle of the night, and then early morning is the next stage, and then where it gets hard is on nights like tonight. So I'll probably be up till 3 or 4 tonight getting that one done. 2 red, Christopher says. Look at that. Mookie and Tatis. Thank you, Christopher. 2 red. You already knew who they were. 2 reds. We got any comps on like what a Mookie or Tatis red foil sells for? Geloff to the moon. Araldis. God, he's been on what? Every team in the major leagues. Junior Caminero to the moon. Clark. Yandy. Wherever I may roam to. I like that name. Jazz. Luis Castillo. Miles Mikolas. Arenado and Bryson Stott on the back. Keeper Ruiz. JT, what's up, man? Francisco Alvarez, blue foil. Henderson and JD. We need to get that one in a loader. 60. Nice. So they go well, the red foils. That's good to know. I'd like to pull the foil fractor Yamamoto. That'd be fun. Dominguez. Alvarez and Max Fried. Craig Kimbrell. Sammy Sosa. Marcus Stroman. Ryan Helsley. The Cardinals are bad. Just 2 years removed from being really good, too. Cardinals are bad. That was the easiest play of the day. Dodgers minus a 1.5. Lars Nootbaar. Giancarlo Stanton. Matos. Tatis. Josh Young. Foil. We're 3 for 6 on autos. This is box 7. Mountcastle and Snell. Tony Gwynn. Sonny Gray. Juan Soto. Nice Photoshop there. Mariner Moose. Matty Mac. Yoshida and Yoshida. Josh Young, Adolis. DeGrom. All right, that was a boring box. Albies. That box was not fun. All right, best card's a Shanwell auto. Really nothing else to write home about out of 7 boxes. 1240, oh nice. Moving on. David Ortiz and Lars. Judge. Pete Alonso and William Contreras for my friend Eric. Yu Darvish. Moniak, the Kid, Rizzo. Mitch. Blooper. Blake Snell. Tatis, Sonny Gray. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Paul Goldschmidt is a blue foil. You a Zach Bryan guy, Phil? I'm a big fan. Big fan. He does that thing with the tickets, though, where you can't buy. There's no resale. I tried to go when he was here, and I could not get tickets because he doesn't allow you to resell them. Yoshida and Ronald. Taj Bradley, big league autograph. Taj Bradley. If you bought the Taj Bradley spot, you're on the board. Nice. I didn't know that, Phil. Yeah, I'm a fan too. I am a fan as well. It's a cool kid. Cool story. Jose. How many songs? Do you know what songs they did together? Born to Run, maybe? Bobby Witt, Dansby Swanson. Juan Soto. B. Wu, Rosario, Rutschman, Josh Young. Polanco. Caminero. Brian Hayes. This is going to be Caminero's first true rookie card. He's what, just got silver packs and the throwbacks in Series 1. Machado. Tony Kemp. Mr. Matt Buxton. Ah. That's wild to be doing an unreleased song with Springsteen. Is it a song they're collabing on, or just a song that is Zach Bryan's that Springsteen decided to come out and do with him? Alec Baum. Cal Ripken Jr., Sal Frelick. I think we missed a couple boxes with a Sal Frelick, but now we're back on track. Dude's everywhere. If you joined us late, we're in box 8. We just finished it up. Not a lot of action so far outside of autos. Some blues and reds, but nothing numbered. See if we can't get hot. 12 to go. Wally, you're an entertaining member of the chat, that's for sure. You and that guy from the Stern Show, I guess, are into that. I can't remember his name. I haven't listened to that show in so many years. Junior Caminero and Max Fried. Henry Davis. Giloff and Yoshida. Duran. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. What they don't have is any numbered cards, which is crazy to me. No, it was the other guy. Can't think of his name. I listened a little bit after that. Mariner Moose, Ozzy Albies. Alika Williams. Mountcastle Dansby. Maeda. Josh Young. Contreras. Kimbrel. He was awesome. Rizzo. Some of the stuff, remember when he had the TV show? Some of the stuff they used to do, like live in studio? That was the best. And when he went to Sirius, it just was like, Brian Hayes, Yoshida. Man, he's been doing it for a long time. He's got to be getting ready to retire. Soto, Logan Webb. J.P. Crawford. Philly Fanatic, Buxton. Joey Weimer. Henderson, Stroman. Was he really? I didn't know that. That's hilarious. Shanwell, Erie Perez. George Springer. Castellanos, Nolan Arenado to the moon. Finishes with 7. I told you your boy, there's Bregman. I told you your boy Middleton, I needed to fill like a $700 parlay one night. I needed him to get to 5.5 assists. He finished on 5. It's fun. What was the over-under? 7.5 boards or 7.5 points? Props are so tough because you're betting on game flow too. Josh Young. Lane Thomas. Oh, I bet Middleton over 1.5 threes a lot. It always doesn't hit. Never, ever hits. If you hit a non-baseball, I don't think there's any non-baseball on the checklist, are there? It would get randomized if there was. I don't think there's any non-baseball players on the checklist, though. Maddie Mac. The influencers, those spots were listed. Those spots were listed, so people bought. There was only 5 of them. They were listed. People bought them. We pulled Dr. something last night. Dr. I have no idea. I have no idea who any influencers are in this hobby. Couldn't possibly care less about the people who make content. It's actually not a dumber word in the entire world these days than content. I'm here to make content, dude. Cool. Or you could just live your life. That might be another way to do it. To become a big league winners, I'm just randomizing those out. Throwing them in with random people's orders. So they're going to go in at total random. That's what I did with the last case. So good luck, but some of you will get one of those in with your shipment. Joey Gallo. Hopefully someone wins the card in next year's set. Evan Carter. Ellie. Riley. Gary Sanchez. Judge. Yandy. Do they? Who is it? What's the name? Luis Castillo. Mr. Dorsey, what's up? Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott. Davis, Schneider. Clark, JD, Rowan Watkins. Someone bought that spot. But we have not hit that card yet. Jazz, Riley Green. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, what's going on? Loved your show. To the Moon, Julio and Correa. Carmen. Giloff. No gold, no numbered card yet. It's wild to me that you could say that they might only throw one numbered card in a case of this, but no UFC tonight, my man. WWE all weekend. Nothing tomorrow night. No UFC tonight or baseball tonight. WWE all week next week with a little basketball sprinkled in. I didn't get Tribute. I think it's a terrible product for the price. It's like one card in the entire case that will pay for a box. It's such a terrible ROI rip. So I didn't get it. Marcus Semien, blue. Swanson, Jazz. Any Ohtani hits? Not yet. I really don't know. I think people are going to be nervous that are holding his cards, but I wouldn't be panic selling at this point. So I don't think the market's really going to change at the moment. It doesn't seem like people are panic selling yet. And like, what's worst case scenario? They find out he was involved and he gets suspended for what, 30 games? Like, they're going to take it light. Jacob Amaya. Out of 50. Hey, a numbered card. Jacob Amaya. 26 out of 50. Opening act auto. All right, so we got 5 autos out of 10 boxes, which is about on par. It's 1 every 2. No, whatever happens, they're going to make sure. They'll make sure that punishment is light if anything does happen. So if I was holding any big, yeah, there's nothing crazy happening to him. It's definitely not getting banned. But I would, if I was holding big Ohtani cards, which I'm not, I certainly would not be panic selling them right now. Correct. Yeah, they'll have like inconclusive findings that, you know, there may have been some involvement. Blah blah blah. Who cares? Move on. Everybody's bet games at some point in their life. He wasn't betting baseball. The other guy wasn't betting baseball. Relax. Move on. Suspending Calvin Ridley for betting a parlay when he was injured for a year is like the single stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But I get having to protect the sport. But come on, everybody likes a little action. Betting a parlay when you're out for the year injured that wasn't even on that sport and getting suspended for a year is crazy. Now, I know he probably signed a contract that said he wouldn't bet on anything, but Logan Webb. Goldschmidt, Buxton. How far is the casino from you? So what, you can't bet from an app? You have to go to the casino to bet? You have to actually place bets live? Bobby Witt Jr. Blue. It's a cool card. Mascot, Pena. Yeah, I mean, he obviously had some involvement. He knew what was going on. But, you know, who knows how you're going to prove that he was the one placing the bets. I don't know how they would ever prove that. Zach Gallen. You have to actually go there. That's not bad, 15 minutes. Then you sit and play a couple games while you're there. Sal Frelick and Ellie, those are 2 nice ones on the back there. Sal Frelick again, he's everywhere. Spencer Steer. I still can't believe you said somebody ripped a case of this in 45 minutes. I mean, that's literally going as fast as you possibly can. Like that's like it's really hard to imagine. Because like for me, this feels like I'm flying because I'm usually someone. There's Gunnar Henderson. I'm usually someone who slow rolls products and tries to really sink my teeth into them. But with this, there's just not a lot of action, so there's no reason to slow roll it. Andrew Abbott, but for someone, I'll do this in like an hour and 25 tonight. For someone to do it in 45 minutes is. I pulled somebody whatever, the Prism. We only opened one case. Somebody hit the blue maybe to 199. Whatever the 1 to 199. It was selling at the time for like 3 G's, which is insanity to me. Devin Williams. Butler MD. Real Muto. I'm not into Wemby at all. There's actually no prospects in this year's class that I'm really into at all. For the prices of the wax, it's a horrible rip, if you ask me. I don't think Wemby is the next generational guy. I just don't, unfortunately. I don't think he's got the body to hold up. A silver rookie Monopoly 10. Oh, someone paid $1,500. That's a great turn for you. What was that? A $29 blaster box express? What'd the grading cost you on that? Curious. It's a nosy question. I don't send cards in for grading. I buy graded cards, but I don't ever send anything I think the whole process of that is such a scam. There's people. The craziest thing in the hobby right now is people who prep cards for grading. Like, what? You do what? You prep cards for grading? And you're gonna tell me there's nothing involved with, like, it's ultra. It's a big issue. It's a big sticking point. A lot of people think it's altering, blah blah blah. I just think it's dumb. Send the card in how it is. You don't need special polish and all that. But PSA grades way off center cards and gives them 10s anyway, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. They grade what they want for who they want. Luis Castillo. Oh yeah, it's the best. Because I'm realistic. Everybody else just wants to pump like everybody else wants to jump up and down and scream about $5 autos. It's not what we do here. It's not what we do here. But imagine getting a card and having to send it to someone to prep it, to then send it to somebody else to tell you what it grades at. Like, what? Yeah, that's a great ROI for you. $250 to come back with $1,500 on the flip. It's great. That card's probably worth $200 in 2 years. It's probably worth about $800 in like 3 weeks. But like, it's just, everybody wants to get that first one. I've never understood that. I was at my shop today, and they had a Ja Morant Prism Raw rookie card for $10. And I was like, is that really the price of those now? They were like, we're probably a little high. I was like, what? Like, I remember the Zions selling for $250 raw. Jaws were going for over $100. And it's like, everybody's just got to relax a little bit. It's great because you need the people that buy the stuff right away. I just don't understand how you could be that person. Like, why would you buy, no offense to you, but why would you buy a Prism Monopoly Wemby PSA 10 for $1,500? Like, what on earth would you be thinking? Yeah, like CJ Stroud had a really nice season with not a ton of talent around him. That's great. That's great. But I mean, the hype. I remember selling a Mac Jones. Oh, and as I was doing breaks, there's a nice Jordan Adams. As I was doing breaks, I was telling everybody how bad Mac Jones actually is, because he's terrible. He's one of the worst talents I've ever seen play the position. But we won't get into that. But I remember pulling a kaboom of his out of a blaster, and I mean, somebody couldn't have snapped it faster at $1,000. And I remember shipping it and just laughing and being like, wow, like, there's so many things that you could buy for $1,000. This card is worthless. And that's the fun part, though, is you need those people. You gotta have those people in the hobby that want to buy stuff at its early peak when it has no upside. Like, what did you think Mac Jones was going to do at those prices? He would have needed to win 5 Super Bowls and 3 MVPs to. Same with like CJ Stroud. It's like, what does he need to do for his cards to go up anymore? That card, yeah, the red, white, and blue Mac Jones, that card's worth what? $10, $8 now? It's crazy. Quarterbacks are the best, though. So everybody wants to buy the top one. You've always got people who want to buy the top ones, and then you've always got people who think they're smarter than you, who are buying like the 4th, 5th, and 6th best ones, and they're like, he's going to be the one. No, he's not. Like, everybody's buying Anthony Richardson. I see a lot of like big card investors buying Anthony Richardson. It's like, yeah, he looked okay. He looked okay when he was out there, but he got injured, I think. Yeah, Mahomes is going down. Mahomes may be the greatest talent to ever play the position, and the price of his cards is steadily declining. It's crazy. But who's going up? Anthony Richardson, who's never won anything or even finished a game, much less a season healthy, and CJ Stroud. Like, what are you doing? But again, for this hobby to thrive, you've got to have those people. Gotta have them. Gotta have them. We love you. It's like the Ellie De La Cruz people when he came into the bigs and hit a couple home runs week 1. the people that were buying him then, like what did you think was going to happen? There was nowhere else to go but down. And he's an incredible talent. I hate it. I'm a Browns fan. Well, I should clarify that. I'm a lifelong Browns fan who despises Deshaun Watson. But I thought Kenny Pickett was terrible from college to every snap I saw him take in the NFL. I thought he was absolutely awful. And you can go back on my feed and listen to old breaks because I've said that for years. Eric over here loves listening to me talk about Kenny Pickett. But I think the Steelers are in a great position now. What a situation they're in now. I think Mike Tomlin is literally the greatest coach in sports history, and that's coming from a Browns fan. He has won. He's never had a losing season. He has won with so many bad quarterbacks. He beat my Browns a couple of years ago with a guy named Duck Hodges in a meaningful game. Like, Duck Hodges, that dude may have been the worst quarterback. That dude may have been the worst quarterback that's ever played and started a game in the NFL. Nathan Peterman would probably argue, but I mean, Mike Tomlin gets so much out of that team. And for them to make the playoffs last year, what a spot they're in going into this year. Oh, there's the Freilich on the back. You got Fields and Russell Wilson. You actually have a quarterback competition. I think it's Fields' job to lose. If Russell Wilson wants to embrace being a mentor, I mean, I think they've got all the upside in the world with that defense. Run the ball, play defense, be able to score when you need to, have a quarterback who can move it with his legs a little bit too, man. I think they're going to be a really fun. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch. I just hate Deshaun Watson for a numerous amount of reasons. I think he's a terrible human being, but I also thought when he became available, I also thought he was a terrible quarterback at the time. I've never thought he was good in any way. He's never been able to process an NFL defense. He had DeAndre Hopkins, who at the time was the best receiver in the NFL. He had Will Fuller, who was an incredible deep threat. He had David Johnson, who was a Pro Bowler that year. The one year. He's just not, he can't process a defense. He doesn't read a defense. So that was is DeAndre open? Nope. Oop, I'm chucking it deep to Will Fuller. And if you go back and watch the tape, it was never like surgical precision passing. And then he had the year that they went 4-12 where he threw for 1 billion yards thrown into prevent. And all the Browns fans wanted to convince themselves like, oh, we've got him finally. We were a quarterback away. And then you found out you weren't a quarterback away. And your quarterback that you had was pretty damn good because he just went to Tampa and made the playoffs and won a playoff game. So, again, the Browns are the worst organization in professional sports. They'll never, ever be relevant until that owner sells the team. And that move was done specifically because of Jimmy Haslam. He was like, he even said a couple weeks before that interview, he said, I'm getting older and I want to win a Super Bowl while I'm still alive. So, and then 2 weeks later, he goes all in for a slightly below average quarterback, gives him the worst contract in NFL history, and trades 3 first-round picks for him. And then everybody wonders why. Everybody wonders why the Browns suck every year. It's like, well, that's why. No, we're talking NFL quarterbacks. Sometimes when a case gets boring, we go on to NFL quarterbacks. Eric got me started. I'm talking about the Browns. But everybody will get excited about the Browns this year. They'll win 1 game early. Watson will throw for like 247 yards, and everyone will be like, he's back, baby. And then they'll play the Steelers, the Ravens, and they'll get destroyed. And everyone will be like, should have brought Flacco back. And he wasn't the answer either. They can't keep restructuring Watson's deal. They can't keep kicking that can down the road. James, what do you want to do? You want to be paying him so that you got to have him for another 7 years? The Bears, what they did with Fields was like literally the craziest. I mean, I can't imagine how you could ever rationalize that move. But And now you're going to bring in, is Caleb Williams agreeing to go there? Because for the longest time, and I don't think he's good either. I don't even think he's a decent prospect. I think he's going to be terrible. And the kid behind him from North Carolina is going to be worse. I mean, they're both people that are watching these kids play and saying this is the greatest quarterback class of all time. It might actually be the worst. Just watch. Just watch. Oh, man. But at least it'll be good for the hobby because everyone's going to be like, oh, Caleb's in a big market. We got to get his rookie cards. Yeah, you got to get him. It's terrible. He is terrible. He's never won a big game. He's never even beaten a good team. At some point, you got to get guys who win. And it's not like he wasn't playing with elite talent. I like Cole Kmet. I like DJ Moore. I think the Bears would, I don't know. I just don't know why. I don't know why you would go all in. I don't know why you would go all in on a guy that's basically told you he doesn't want to be there. It's not going to end well. George Kirby. Wally. You don't like the contract. Julio. We got 6 boxes and the rest of this stack left. If you joined us late, the product is pretty underwhelming if you ask me. Big League Baseball. I was expecting that they had Chrome cards in it this year. So I saw a screenshot of a Chrome card and Superfractors, and I was like, you know what? Might be a little more action in this. And unfortunately, there are Chrome cards and Superfractors, but only in the bigs, SSSSSP. So they're like 1 in 80 million cases. So, but even going into it last night, I was pretty optimistic about getting a bunch of numbered cards. We are almost 14 boxes in and don't have a single numbered base card, which to me is the craziest. It's the craziest product I've ever seen. Yordan Alvarez, blue. Nolan Ryan and Eloy. Yeah, the Packers, what they've done at QB, it's really hard to argue with what they've done. Although I will say, Eric, the interception your quarterback threw to end the season was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen a quarterback make. So he did have a nice season. A lot of ups and downs. I mean, there was like 4 different points in the season where everyone's like, Jordan loves it. And then there was a bunch of points where they were like, he might not be the answer. Josh Smith, Guardians up 6-0 in the 4th. Wow. Josh Smith auto. Okay. That's 8. Glaber. Yeah, the old laid across the middle, across your body. Had to get one of those. 6-0. Gosh. If they can score runs, they're going to be a problem. That's for sure. Cal Raleigh. Guardians up 6-0, and I bet the under 7.5. Maybe they don't score anymore. My wildest dreams, I didn't see them scoring 6 runs probably in any games this month, if we're being honest. Kyle Tucker. Red foil. Evan Carter and Ha-Sung Kim. Eight autos. Shanwell's the best on the board, if you ask me. Clark, still waiting for a numbered card. Riley Green on the back. You don't want them from me. All I win in is football. Everything else I bet I lose. I win in football, sometimes in golf. Everything else I lose. But I bet mostly parlays. I don't really lay any crazy money on any specific game. I like to bet $20 to win 400 and give me action over the course of a day. Did I just watch the Rangers game? No. I did not. I don't have a TV here in the break room. Yuri Perez. Bryce Harper, Castellanos. Bo Bichette, Bryce Harper. Shanwell, Lars Nootbaar. Paredes. Josh Young. We got 6 boxes to go. I'm going to take a 30-second break. I'll be right back, guys, to finish out the case. Thank you. All right, we are back. We got 6 boxes to go. If you haven't hit anything yet, good luck on the final 6. We should still have a gold. The Rangers won. Good. I needed that to finish a parlay, so thank you. You just made my night. It was 2-2 in the 8th when I came in here. I was hoping they would win. Brooks in the Masters, hammer it. Didn't he win the Masters last year? Or did he win the PGA? On the PGA. Yeah, I had 3 games earlier, and then I needed that one to finish it. So that's good. Thank you, Pat Quarter. You just made my evening. The Guardians going over 7.5 is gonna hurt my evening, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, he won the PGA. I think everyone's gonna bet Scotty. Scotty's gonna be like 4-1 at the Masters. He's gonna have the shortest odds ever. I think Tiger was, what, 3-1 one year? I don't like Koepka to win. I don't know who I like to win yet, honestly. I think it's going to be another... There's been so many weird winners this year. I think it's going to be a random person that nobody expects. I'd like to see Finau win it. I'd love to see Tiger Woods win it. I'd like him to win every major for the rest of my life. I just hope he can play. Hope he can walk the damn course. I've never been to Augusta, but I've heard it's a tough walk. Trey Turner. I had an invite to go there, but I had my second child had just been born. So 4 years ago, I could have gone to a practice round. But I had just had a child, and I didn't think it would be right to leave my wife with a 2-year-old and a newborn. So hopefully at some point I get to go down the road, but oh man, I just got my clubs regripped for the first time. I'm actually going on a golf trip here with some high school buddies. Trey Cabbage, opening act auto. Angels are everywhere in this product. And team breaks, the Angels got to go for a fortune with Trout and all these rooks. Wally, you are an aggressive guy in the chat. I'm not a Koepka fan. I'm not a Koepka hater. Kind of indifferent. I think his golf swing's blah. I was a bigger Koepka fan when he had the beef with Bryson. I never liked Bryson. So that made me like Koepka a little bit more, but it's not my guy. Not my guy. I don't hate him, though. I wouldn't be mad if he won. I wasn't mad when he won last year. To the East Coast? Where are you going? We're going to Scottsdale. Playing all the Scottsdale courses. Castellanos. Marte. 9 autos on the board with 5 boxes left. I fear we may have some boring boxes here unless we get some action going. Mookie Rizzo. Down the coast. Nice. Good for you. Sounds awesome. I still have the original Mizuno MP14 iron blades that I played in college. They're the set that Tiger won the Masters with for the first time. I took them in to get regripped, and the guy was like, whoa, you don't see these ever. I was like, no, you don't. And you don't see them with the grips falling off of them like this very often. So pretty excited. Finally have the nicest grips out there on my clubs. That's going to help. Bobby Witt Jr. Edwin Diaz. Jeremy Pena. The like red and black cord. I don't even know what they're called. The red on the top, and they kind of mesh into. They're the Golf Pride, whatever they're on most of the clubs, or they were on most of the clubs a few years back. Because please do, Wally. Please do. Feel free to send me a message with that as well. I told you I won't be mad if he hits. I think he's good for the sport. The whole Live PGA Tour thing is all going to be, it's all going to be wild in a couple of years because they're all going to be on the same tour. I don't blame him. If somebody told you for your current job, I try to like rationalize it. It's like, hey, you can do exactly what you do now, but you don't have the dress code because they don't have to wear pants. Like over there, they can wear shorts. You don't have to work as long, so you get to work 25% less, and we're gonna pay you 10 times the amount, but you'll never be recognized in the company in like the greatest ever. Like you won't be recognized in the awards. What would you do? I get it both ways. I can see the guys that want to play all the PGA Tour tournaments, and I can see the guys that were like, you know what? This is life-altering money. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to work less hard, and I'll never have to worry about whether I win or not because my money's guaranteed. So I get it. But it became such an aggressive issue for so long. Probably still is. Corey Seager, red foil. Dylan Cease and Hank Aaron. Owen White. McGuire, Corbin Burns. Weimer. Chapman blue foil. Orbit. Correa. What was? Jeremy Pena, McCutcheon. Strider and Torque. Luciano. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, and Verdugo. Babe Ruth is going to be our numbered card or gold. Gold, legendary, foil, the Babe, George, Herman, Ruth. There we go. It's a cool hit. Nice Babe. Last night we hit Jeter on this card. Babe Ruth. Jazz and Julio. So Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth Gold, legendary. What's that card worth? Anybody got a comp on that? Ronald Acuna Jr., the big leagues. Foil. That's an SSP. There you go, Acuna. There you go. Look at that beauty right there. That is a rare card right there. Bang. Nice little box we had there. Acuna Mania. Get some. Mascot and Jeff Mack. Acuna Mania, if you're still here, you're on the board. George Kirby. 15, Wally. Is that all? Really? It's got to be an impossible card to hit. There's what, 10 of those? So 1 in 10 cases to hit that? 1 gold per case, 1 in 10 cases. It's a $15 card of one of the greatest to ever do it. There's no way that's right, is it? If it is, I'm going to log right off of here and buy one for 15 bucks. Doug, what's up? Sal, Mookie, Eloy. Teoscar. No, I'm saying there's 10 on the checklist, but there's 1 per case of those golds. So there's Bo Jackson. So it's 1 in 10 cases to hit that card. It's got to be more than a $15 card. If it isn't. Nolan Shanwell again. Red to 5. Holy moly. Look at this box. Babe Ruth, Acuna SSP, and a Shanwell red auto. Wow, that's a big card for the Shanwell spot. Congrats. Jeez, oh man, what a box. All right, now we're getting going a little bit here. To 5. That's a big card. I feel like one of his bases just sold for like close to 90. That red to 5 is a big card. Mauricio and Yandy. 4 boxes left. What a big hit. What else can we find in here? One sold for 35. Buy it now. Bryce. Sal Frelick and Henderson. That was quite a box. My gosh. 10 autos in the case and an SSP. TC Bear, Dylan Cease. Rafaela, Corbin Burns. Lou Bob, Correa. Marco. Mark McGuire, Cutchin. Weston Wilson. Strider. Buckeye Breaks. What's up? Verdugo and Rafael Devers. Araldis. Coin flip. Probably Kenny Pickett, I guess. I don't know. I guess you'd have to, I guess on second thought you'd have to go Mac Jones there just because at least he won in college. Granted, he had an all-star team around him, but at least he won a title. Oh, they both stink. Neither one will be playing in the league other than as a whoopsie backup role. Like, this guy, if this guy has to go in, we're not winning in the next 2 years, probably. Everson Pereira, Gallo, Bobby Miller, Willie, Sal, Nico. I know, but, like, I think they both still think they have a chance to start down the road. Like, in a couple years, I think that ship will have sailed. Paul Goldschmidt. And Vladdy. Where did Mac Jones sign? Jacksonville? Is that right? Will Smith. Blue. Slider. Gunnar Henderson. Jacksonville for Mac Jones. I guess he probably assumes T-Law is not going to stay healthy with as much as he likes to run. So he probably thinks it's a good fit, or he might get to play some games. I think Jacksonville might have overpaid, to be honest. Andrew Abbott. Brian Reynolds. All that guy does is produce stats. That dude can play baseball. Ellie. Brian Reynolds is a stud. Corbin. Devin. Tyler Glass now. 1-0. Lawrence Butler and JT. Man, if you had the no on Shanwall spot, you are smashing this break. Daniel Jones. That's still the contract I go back to and just think, like, remember Dayball last year, like before he got hurt, like throwing the iPad at him after he just absolutely was the worst quarterback you've ever seen, and the coach just launched the iPad at him after he screamed at him. Oh man, did he have did he have the worst possible season? Injuries, neck injuries, coach launching iPads at you, chucking interceptions of the worst variety on national television when you did play. It's not going to get much better for that guy either. But he was never good at all. I agree with you. That is the worst quarterback contract of all time. It's worse than Watson. Only because he's never been able to throw a football. Like, the only good games he's ever played were like, yeah, he was like efficient, but he also ran for 100 yards. Like, yeah, that means he stinks. But you're right. Bringing up Mahomes' cards going down is the wildest thing about this hobby. He continues to trend towards being the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm a Tom Brady guy, but, I mean, he certainly could eclipse him down the road. Depends how long he plays. Depends on how good the teams around him are. If I had told you a couple of years ago that Bill Belichick, Nick Saban, Mike Vrabel all would have been potentially available to coach teams in the offseason and none would have got a job, you would have told me I was crazy. I've long been a Bill Belichick is not a good coach, though, guy. I've always said it was Brady, not him. Always. Ever since they lost to Philly in the Super Bowl, and Brady put up, 38 or 40 points, whatever that was, and Belichick benched his best cornerback for no reason, just to prove he was tough, and then gave up 40 some odd points to that gimmicky, terrible offense with a backup quarterback. It's like, yeah, Belichick's not a good coach at all. Andy Reid never loses that game. No scenario where he loses that game. Mike Tomlin never loses that game. And that's why Belichick doesn't have a job, because he's a terrible evaluator of talent and because the only success he ever had was with Tom Brady. When he was pre-Tom Brady and post-Tom Brady, his winning record is embarrassing. And Tom Brady allowed him to make no good wide receiver acquisitions through the draft. And he worked with the tight ends and made bad receivers look good. And then he got Mac Jones, and he was like, yeah, we can still have no receivers ever. And now he's out of a job. And I can't really see a scenario where anyone's going to bring him on with as much as he's going to demand in terms of control of the organization. Curtis Meade. Matty O. Blue foil. Arise. Luis Castillo. I think Richardson probably went up last year. No, Eric? Yeah, Atlanta didn't want to bring him on. Let him tank the organization with his GM skills. Ace. Bryson Stott. Nick Saban's he's just in a different world. I mean, he used to be able to recruit kids a certain way and promise them the greatest, and now it's like these kids enter the transfer portal. They want to make money. It's just a different era. Different era. I don't think Nick Saban will ever coach again. I think he's made his money. He's one of the greatest to ever live. Like, he has no reason to go and deal with this stuff that's going on now. It's not the era he was meant to coach in. Julio, Max, fried. 2 boxes left. Hoping the Shanwell is not our last auto, but who knows? We got 10. Babe Ruth gold foil. We should still see a numbered base card, so that would be exciting. That Acuna SSP is awesome. That to me, Vrabel on staff suggests one of two things. One, they're trying to add another valuable piece. 2 boxes left, Eric. Or 2, if Stefanski can't get Watson right, Vrabel might be waiting in the wings. And it might be his. I know Stefanski's won Coach of the Year a couple times, but I don't know that he's got them sold. And with all this talent for all these years, he's never made a run. Bobby Miller. Junior Caminero. His defense actually got him the ball back against KC, and he called the worst 3 plays I've ever seen. I think Stefanski does a really good job with a bad situation. He did a really good job in the COVID year. Did a really good job last year with all the backup quarterbacks and all the mess with no Nick Chubb. But when he has a full, healthy team with expectations, he's been a disaster. So I think that Vrabel move is actually a little scary for Kev. Yeah, I don't see Schwartz getting a head coaching job. I think that all ended getting destroyed by Houston with that supposedly generational defense, which was never really that good all year. It was really good against bad teams. Anthony Volpe. It was really good against bad teams and in bad weather, but that defense couldn't play on turf all year long. They got shredded early on by the Colts and Gardner Minshew. I don't think Schwartz is going to ever be a head coach again, honestly. I think that ship has sailed. Defensive head coaches are not getting jobs. They're just not. It's a different era of football. Schwartz will not, in my opinion, Schwartz will never coach again. Be a head coach, but I could be wrong. He could go to college, coach a college team. But I could see a guy like Vrabel, who's just a just a leader of men. I could see him getting a head coaching job. There's only going to be a couple. Maybe one per year, if that. I could see Vrabel getting one. I don't know. Schwartz, I don't see it. The Chargers' old coach. Eric, I went to high school at a neighboring high school from him. I played basketball against him. My buddies played football against that kid. He's my age. He's a year younger than me, actually. Staley? Yeah, he grew up like 20 minutes down the road from me. Logan Webb. But no, anyone who goes for 4th and 1s on their own 19 in the third quarter, no, you're not a good coach. We're not playing Madden. Like, I don't care what the analytics say. If you can't feel out the game and be able to decipher between analytics and like what's good for your team, then no, you're not a good coach. And I loved watching him towards the end when he would snap at the media all the time. It was awesome. Emerson Hancock. Zach Gallen. I don't think Dan Campbell's a great coach either, but he certainly gets the most out of his guys. But situationally and going for those God, he's certainly willing to die on the sword. Got to give him that. I mean, I just don't think that's the kind of coach I would want. Yoshida on the back. I just want Mike Tomlin. I've always just wanted Mike Tomlin. I think he's the best. I really do. Andy Reid's a close second. They've always been the best. Jeter and Nico. They're beloved in the locker rooms. They get the most out of their players. The crazy players are never as crazy when they're there. Like, remember Antonio Brown? Under Mike Tomlin, like, you saw, like, signs he might be crazy, but, like, he never did anything crazy. The second he got out of that locker room, I mean, became the craziest person of all time. Tomlin coached Joey Porter, Chase Claypool, Plaxico Burress. I mean, man, he had some serious personalities. But when they were in Pittsburgh, you never knew. Yeah, he's a wacky guy. Last box. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me talk about football. Sometimes when the case isn't all that exciting, we get on football. Here, it is what it is. It's usually our sport of choice to chat with on Instagram. Jason Dominguez. Hopefully we can catch a numbered card in here. We've got the Acuna SSSP, a Shanwell /5, a numbered auto, a Babe Ruth gold legendary foil, but no numbered base card. That's quite a aspiration, Eric. Bo Bichette, Spencer Strider. About an hour and 40 break time, hour and 41-ish. I just don't see how anybody, Eric, when you told me somebody did this in 45 minutes, like, you must not even say a word and just go as fast as you possibly can. It's got to be a world record. Schwarber, Devin. Lamonte Wade Jr. Randy Arozarena, blue foil. Correa and JT. I'll be curious to see what happens with Nick Chubb. I feel like they should offer him, like, they need to restructure his deal because, I mean, is he healthy to start camp? Blah, blah, blah. Is he gonna have to be eased back in? Is he even gonna be ready day one? But, like, you can't pay him what you're paying him now. Nick Gonzalez, nice. So we got 11 autos here. Nick Gonzalez is a nice one. 11 autos out of the case. No influencer cards out of the case so far. Last box is the one that we're on right now. Autos aplenty, though. Royce Lewis. Bo. Corbin. Yeah, I can't believe you watched a case of this that had 2 autos. It makes me wonder if they showed them all. Because I heard from somebody that they ripped a case that had 9, and then I heard that they ripped another one that had 11. So, but I've never heard anything like 2. Abbott. Isaiah Campbell. Still no numbered base card. Can we get one of those, please? Zach Geloff. Verdugo. Taiwan Walker. Freddie. Jazz. Christian Walker. This is true. Hey, maybe we'll get you a foil fractor. Still kind of live, I suppose. Sal Frelick. Got 4 packs left. Can we steal a numbered card out of here? Come on. Give us a damn numbered base card. Dinger. Jeff McNeil. If Bieber is going to get back to that form, that will be fun to watch. Jorge Soler. 2 packs left. We'll do a quick recap at the end. Nick Gonzalez. We just hit his auto. Bobby Miller, Altuve, and a Ha-Seong Kim foil. And the last pack of our second and final case of Big League Baseball has Ellie. So I think that Ronald SSP must be our numbered card. It's wild. It's wild how few numbered cards they throw in here. All right, blue foils and better. Here we go. Arozarena, Volpe, Matteo, Will Smith, Matt Chapman, Corey Seager, Red, Trey Turner, Kyle Tucker, Jordan, Yelly, Bellinger, Bobby Witt, Marcus Semien, Bregman, Goldschmidt, Alvarez, Bieber, McClanahan, Schwarber, Machado, Mookie Red, Sandy and Senga, blue, and Fernando Tatis. So we got 4 reds out of the case. 1 gold is Mr. George Herman Ruth. Autos in no particular order, Josh Smith, Taj Bradley, Blake Rutherford, Jacob Amaya, numbered to 50. Chaz McCormick, we pulled that auto last night. Nick Gonzalez is a nice one. Trey Cabbage, Jordan Adams, Wade Meckler, Nolan Shanwell. This is a real nice auto. Stay tuned. Ronald Acuna Jr., SSSP. Foil background. Very cool. Beautiful card. So do I, my man. And Nolan Shanwell, 2 of 5 red auto is the hit of this case. Absolutely monster card. 2 of 5. Thanks again, guys, for joining. I hope everybody has an awesome weekend. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.